Down at the mile start, 1600 metres or thereabouts. Gates back and away they go. They're racing for the British Stallion Studs EBF Stonehenge Stakes, a new century it is who goes on in the early stages. Looked a bit debatable as to who would lead here. A new century has put an end to that by going on by a couple of lengths already to the Parthenon, who showed a good turn of foot to quicken from mid-pack in his Gore and Maiden the other week, racing there in second in the purple colours, and Luther, who's had the one run and that one victory here at Salisbury, sitting in third in the yellow and black jacket as they make their way through the first couple of furlongs. This new century, who was second in the Pat Edery Stakes at Ascot on King George Day last time out, leading them at the moment to the Parthenon, who's lobbing along and taking a lead nicely there in second spot in the purple colours, and Luther is a further length and a half back in third and last position as they head on down towards the final 4.5. And it's new century, the sheepskin noseband, and Oisin Murphy who leads them to the Parthenon, who's now just on the shoulder in second. Then in third position, Luther, who's still within hailing distance as well. They're well inside the final half mile now, and it's new century who leads the Stonehenge Stakes, but the Parthenon is now making really nice headway in the hands of Ryan Moore towards the right of New Century. Luther is trying to stay in their slipstream as they head on down towards the final quarter of a mile. The Parthenon now getting a slightly more vigorous ride, hasn't got past New Century yet. Murphy just winding it up from the front and staying on really well now is Luther down the centre of the track. Down towards the final furlong and a half they come. New Century the far side, Luther the near, nothing much from the Parthenon inside the final furlong, and it's New Century who's just about the leader. Luther is throwing everything at him. New Century and Luther, New Century sticking the neck out. Luther hasn't got past, racing up towards the line. New Century, Oisin Murphy from the front, lovely ride. Luther finished in second, the Parthenon a disappointing third.
Andrew Balding trains New Centuries just won the Listed Stonehenge Stakes in really good style. I really like the way he knuckled down to it.
Yeah, he's such a straightforward and willing horse, just like his dad was. Really, I'm so thrilled. You know, Cameco's first stakes winner came from our yard is brilliant. So really, hopefully the first of many.
And does he remind you in other ways of his sire?
Very similar. I mean, he's very straightforward to train, been fantastic horse right from day one. He's just a little bit of a slow learner, but as Oisin said, he's probably achieved more than his dad had at the same stage. So it's encouraging for the future. I know it wasn't ideal having to make the running, but obviously leave that to the jockey, and he got it just right. But it doesn't make it easy, and I think he's done very well in the circumstances.
And is he very comfortable now at this trip?
I think very much so. I think likelihood is he'll stay further.
Right, okay. But this season, you'll be waiting for next season for that?
Yeah. But I think he's in the Royal Lodge, and there are other possibilities. But we'll discuss as always, shape out and see where we end up.
I suppose there's a potential for him emulating his sire at the Doncaster at the end of the season, isn't there?
Well, you never know. I mean, there's all sorts of options for him, so we'll see. I don't know how he'd handle very soft ground, but I've got a feeling he'd handle it fine. But he's just a very straightforward horse. It's
funny because he's got quite a powerful action, hasn't he? I was thinking that he might actually enjoy autumn conditions.
Well, he could well do. I mean, that's all to be discovered as we get into the autumn, and obviously, we're lucky we've got good grass gallops at home, so we'll probably find that out in a piece of work.
And where does he sit in terms of your 2-year-old colts?
Quite high. We're lucky we've got lots of nice ones this year, but he, at this moment in time, is the first to win a stakes race, so he's a pretty smart horse.
They've got to catch him.
Yeah, exactly.
Sea of Roses later, could you make it a listed double? Now, because she's eased in grade, do you feel that she's comfortable on this kind of ground?
Well, I hope so. I mean, it was a concern, but she did run very well at the Royal Meeting last year on quick conditions, and she ran a really good race at Newcastle last time. We've just been waiting for the right opportunity, and we can't wait forever, so we're having a go today, and if she doesn't, if the ground's too quick for her, we've got the autumn coming up.
Her overall form suggests really she's owed one at this level, isn't she?
Very much so. I mean, she's been Group 3 placed twice and listed placed, and she really deserves to win one.
Okay, well, very best of luck and congratulations to her.
Thanks, Lydia.
Cheers.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.